Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Cards. I am going to start with a sip of coffee because, as you can see, it's full and I haven't even had my morning coffee yet. And welcome to everybody who's just getting here. I am going to work with 3 decks today. I am now working in my practice with 2 decks at once. I like to work with a couple decks at once. I hadn't done it in years, and I met with someone and she was like, how many decks do you use? And I was like, God, I haven't used 2 decks in years. So I'm going to be working with 2 decks. If you ask me a question, I'll be using 2 decks. They are 2 tarot decks. I love them. And then I also have a set of oracle cards as well that we're going to work with. So I'm going to get these all shuffled as we wait for Miss K. Oh, Miss K is here. Everybody say hi to Miss K. Is Diomi my Diomi from Mexico, from Don Miguel Ruiz? Hi, is that the Diomi? If it is, hi. Oh my goodness, good morning. Good to see you, talk to you. Good morning, everybody. Again, welcome. My name is Stacy Luna, if it's your first time here. And everybody gets a card. Oh my gosh, wow, hi. Well, good to see you. I love that you're here. Oh my God, my heart is so full. We do this. Good morning. My other mod, Michelle, is here. We're doing things a little differently than we did them in the past. I don't have like subscribers on my lives anymore. I do have my own. I love you too. I do have my own subscription program that we'll talk about, I'm sure, as I'm pulling cards. How it works here is everybody. Hi, Angie. This is your first time. Welcome if it's your first time. I've been gone for a long time. I'm just kind of getting back into it again. Everybody gets a card. In a minute, Miss K is going to ask you guys to drop your first names, last initial. So wait for that from her, for her to ask you to drop. I keep a list. I know most tarot readers ask you to spam and keep putting your name, which is good for the algorithm and very helpful if you don't have moderators. So I completely understand why they do it that way. I don't do it that way because my whole thing is nervous system regulation, and I don't think it's good for people to keep putting their names down and not get called. I just think it affects our self-esteem and makes us feel a certain kind of way. So I really want everyone to feel seen, heard, validated. So the earlier you get here, good morning. The earlier you get here, the higher your chances of getting a card. Right now, we're still getting back into it with the algorithm, so it hasn't been as crazy as it used to get. We used to have, I don't know, maybe Michelle can tell you how many people. We used to have so many people, but we don't need more. So good morning, good morning. So like I said, in a second, Miss K, make sure you're watching that name. We'll say drop your first name, last initial, and everyone will get a card. She will feed me the names by using caps. I'm a stroke survivor and I have a very difficult time saying, especially out of my left eye. So many before I took a break. Yeah, I mean, like there was no way everybody could get read. I think I would do about 150 names probably every morning, something like that. So, it's a lot different now. So here we go. I think Miss K is going to ask you to drop your first name, last initial. She's going to do a list. She's going to put your name in caps. You don't need to spam. After she said leave your name, because you want to make sure it's there. It was hard to keep everyone happy. It was really hard. And I want everyone to feel seen and heard. We never wanted to skip anyone. If for some reason you feel like you got skipped, I can absolutely guarantee you this is not intentional. Our goal is to make sure everyone gets their card, especially the people that are here first thing in the morning. This is my full-time job. What I do for a living is ribbon readings, tarot readings, and life coaching. So if you like my vibe, because I also think, you've got to really connect with the person you're asking to do readings for. If you like my vibe, give me a follow, check out my bio. And I do all kinds of self-healing, shadow work, all kinds of things to help you be able to set boundaries, say no, and kind of manifest the life you want to live, right? I think we manifest the life we want to live by vibrating really high. And I think we vibrate really high by being bulletproof. And that's why I'm so into shadow work. Learning just to love yourself for exactly who you are is my thing all the time. Did we start dropping names, Miss K? I missed it because I can't see anything. So again, don't forget the caps are for my moderators to help me see because I'm blind. So sometimes I can see and sometimes the light hits on the white, of the feed and it's hard for me to see. what I would love you guys to do, the most important thing for me is to tap, tap, tap that screen for the moderators, because part of why this works so good and we feel so good every morning is because I have these moderators who are managing this for me in the best way so that so many people can get a card. Yes, we can start with Diomi. Hi, I love that you're here. So I got this new deck. As you guys know, I get given decks. I get sent decks by a lot of the tarot companies. And I realized I wasn't vibing with a lot of them. Like I had all these decks, but it isn't something that I would necessarily work with. And I am so excited that I got this new deck, and it works so beautifully with my old deck, and I've been using them combined, and I will again today. So we're gonna start with Diomi, and you and Ali and I need to have another FaceTime or another Zoom. That would be so fun. I just miss you so much. Okay, this is for Diomi. I got 3 of Pentacles reversed, which makes me feel like maybe there's some conflict with someone like in your social group, or you know, usually it's always really good, but there's something going on with a third person in reversed. And it's the 3 of Pentacles, so maybe something about money. And I don't know exactly, maybe you lent somebody money and they don't feel good about it or something like that. But there is something going on with a group of people, and it doesn't necessarily need to be you, but with the group of people, there's some sort of animosity about something, which is not uncommon, right? I think groups can be a little bit hard. So I think that's what I'm seeing for Diomi. New here, welcome if you're new. If you're new, drop your first name, last initial. I have some mods helping me, and they are taking a list. Lee P, if you could pin it too, Miss K or Chris, that would be amazing. Lee P, this one is for you, Lee P. 7 of Pentacles reversed. You feel like you're just working on something and working on something and working on something, and it's just not connecting. It's gonna connect. It's just not, the timing isn't right, but it's gonna connect. So I know sometimes it's so hard because we feel like we're just going and going and going and trying and trying and trying, and it's like, what is happening? Why won't this connect? It will. It's just not the right timing. So don't think it's you. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just, you know, it'll happen. I promise it'll happen. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Give me the next name. Oh, you guys, I also have another exciting thing. So as I said, I got a new deck and I'm so excited. It makes sense. Oh, good. I'm glad. I got a new deck, but I decided that I'm going to start doing some giveaways of my old decks over on Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I'm going to be doing some fun giveaways with lots of decks, really cool decks, some not even opened. Liza E, we have the Page of Swords. So there's a little anxiety. You're not getting what you need. When we do pages to me usually mean messages. So somebody's not, it's like you're waiting for a message, you're waiting for someone to talk to you and you're just not getting it. It'll come. So just trust that it will come. It's hard. God, waiting is so hard. I think waiting is the hardest for all of us. So you could be waiting for someone to call or text you back. You could be waiting for information about something. But with swords, it means, oh God, sorry guys. I'm gonna reshuffle, just dropped all these. Okay, so I would say that was a reading for somebody, but I don't know who's next. So Miss K, Mary B. Is this my Mary yesterday, Mary? Mary B is one of my regular clients. I just adore her. Let's see what we got, Mary. Mary, the 8 of Pentacles. I love it. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. Everything is coming together to create the life that you want. You totally have got this. You are so welcome. If you guys could not spam, it's easier. You can keep tapping the screen for my attention, but if you drop your first name, last initial, I promise you, Miss K is putting you on the list. You only need to drop it one time. I absolutely promise you. Dane, is that Dane or Diane? Dane, sorry guys, let me look. Diane, okay, Diane, hi Diane. Let's see, I'm gonna get into this one. I've called this one for you. Diane, don't forget, if you guys have a specific question to ask me and you want specific, like a very specific answer to a very specific question, you can Cash App or Venmo me. The links are in the bio. That's $10 and I will give you a complete reading. Diane, Page of Wands. You're going to get a message soon about something you're really excited about. Wands can be, a passionate job thing, or, a guy or a girl or someone you're super into. You're like waiting to hear from them. It's coming. You're about to get a message about something you're super excited about. I always explain wands as things we would wish for, right? A wand is something like bibbity bobbity boo. What would I wish for? So, and like I said, a page is messages. So you're going to have a message coming to you soon. Keep tapping that screen for my moderators. I have the best moderators in the business. No one's better than them. And let me just get that. Tammy J. Oh, thank you, Tammy J. Actually, Tammy, I'm going to go into this third one for you. This third deck we're going to do. This is a little oracle. This is for Tammy J. Let's see what your oracle deck is telling you. Soul lesson, presence. So this is your call to be present. Right? It's hard, right? Even when we're present, so often we're so distracted. We're looking for something. There's something we need answers to. We're on our phone. And it's not like we're on our phone just to be an asshole. We're on our phone because we're looking for something. But this is a lesson about presence. So I'm going to ask you to try to, when there's something that you're doing maybe with your family, or, try really hard to stay in the moment, be here, right? Not so much in the past. That's another thing we do as humans. We spend a lot of time dwelling in the past, and that doesn't get us anywhere. To get somewhere, we really have to stay present and let the past go. That's how we kind of heal the past and make new things happen. If we stay back in that energy, it's very hard to call in new things. All right, who is next? Don't forget, if you're new here, drop your first name, last initial. Everybody gets a card. There's no need to spam. If you have a specific question and you're dying to talk to me about it, $10 Cash App or Venmo, and I won't answer it. Elaine A. Here we go, Elaine A. 9 of Wands reversed. So this is the someone's playing games with you card, but in the reverse situation, it really, sometimes it means someone's stolen from you. Someone's, there's something, maybe stole your heart, right? But there's something where someone's fucking with you sort of, and it's in reverse, which means you're aware of it, but you just aren't ready to quite yet. And maybe you don't know how to walk away. I think, if you and I could make an appointment, we could make an appointment together, that would be good. Or if you want to pay for an extra question, I'd love to dive into it. You know exactly who it is. I'm seeing very clearly that you know exactly what's going on around this energy. Just be really mindful, because they really are kind of fucking with you. Okay, who is next? If you have a specific question, you can Cash App or Venmo me, and I will get you that answer right away. I haven't seen any come in. If you did do one, please let me know so I get the alert. Mary R. Here we go. Mary R. How are you guys doing? Tap that screen for the moderator. Mary R., I got the Hermit reversed. I think you've been kind of in isolation a little bit. January is a time that we kind of sit back and observe, and, in nature, it's a very slow time, right? So I feel, though, like you're kind of getting out of your shell, and you're wanting to be a little bit more social, and you're wanting to do things, but you're tiptoeing in. I think that's great. I think it's great to start creating like a new circle or figuring out what it is that you need, because you definitely seem to be wanting to open yourself up more. And I think that's amazing. Don't keep tapping that screen. Who is next? Who is the next person? Don't forget, you only have to drop your first name, last initial one time, and you will go on the list. Jessica M. If for some reason you were skipped or you're spamming and you just know we do it a little different here. I totally understand that they don't everywhere. Jessica M. 5 of Wands reversed. You are in a situation of perpetual conflict, right? And it doesn't need to be big conflict, but it's like you are speaking two totally different language, right? It's like someone speaking Russian and someone speaking Spanish, and neither of you speak either of those languages, and you just cannot connect and make it work. When we see these, especially in reverse, how this came up, when we see this over and over again, it means this probably isn't going to change. There's not much you can do to make somebody understand you, right? All you can do, and the truth is, you don't want to constantly feel misunderstood. I mean, as humans, like what we need is to be seen, heard, validated. This is just definitely not a good cycle that you're in. And I think you keep asking yourself, like, can you walk away? And the truth is you can. right? And it doesn't need to be a big deal. That's the other thing. I think people think everything has to be like very, strong endings, strong. But you know what's the greatest thing that you can do, and it's really easy to do, is just give it a little less energy, right? Maybe just don't respond to a text in the same timely fashion you used to. Give it a little distance, right? It doesn't need to be abrupt and it doesn't need to be permanent. But when you're in a situation like that, a little distance goes a long, long way. Magda K, there it is. Okay, so it's interesting when it pins, you guys. Can you see it's darker in the background? I can see that much better than I can when it's not pinned. So thank you, I appreciate that. Magda K, we're just gonna shuffle one more time. Magda K, Page of Cups. If there is somebody that you have your eye on and your heart is flattering, or it's someone, listen, sometimes we go in these, ebbs and flows in our relationships, where you just don't feel really connected. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I love my partner so much more. I remember why we were together. I remember. That's what this is about. Page of Cups is coming in to bring in some romance, make your heart flutter a little, right? It could even be, it doesn't even need to be romance. It could just be love. Suddenly your adult child could be calling or texting you more. And that feels so good and so fulfilling, right? That fills our cup. That's what you're going to have going on with you, Magda. And it's such a good feeling, right? There's nothing better than getting texts from the people you love. Ooh, I have a jumper for the next person. This jumped and it jumped hot and it is such a good card. Angie S, we have the sun, which is so beautiful because often when the sun card comes out, we've gone through a period of darkness. And I am a shadow work coach, so I think darkness is what leads us to the light. I think that if we aren't in touch with the fact that there's always going to be some darkness, we can't really appreciate the light. The sun coming up is telling you it's all going to be better, right? Like how the sun feels warm, it feels safe, it feels right. It's all going to be better. Everything that's been happening is about to shift. You're in your soul's calling. You're doing absolutely everything you're supposed to be doing right. I think that's the most important thing to know. The path you are on is the right path. So that is for Angie S. Who is next? Whoever is next is so stressed out. Tristan B, the stress is real, Tristan. I can feel it. Okay, hold on. Let's get in here. Tristan B, Knight of Swords reversed. Things are just not feeling like they're working out for you the way you want them to. And your anxiety is sort of through the roof, right? I think that you just feel like you don't know which way is up. I'm going to tell you everything's okay, right? I think, that Knight energy is like fast and furious. And when we see it in reverse, it's like you feel stalled, like you just can't get there. But you're going to get there. I promise you, Tristan, you're going to get there. So just know that I always feel like, and it's hard for people, when we start seeing a lot of roadblocks and nothing feels to be working and you get slowed down, we're so frustrated because it's not going how we want to. But in my mind and what my spirit guides and my teachings, it's not time. A roadblock is definitely protection from something going awry or not working out the way you want it to. So even those roadblocks feel so frustrating. When we push through them, if you've ever noticed in your life, when you've pushed through a roadblock and tried to make something happen, usually something not great happens on the other side of that. This is where you are right now. Trust the timing, stand back, believe that your guides are protecting you from something. If it's not happening, you don't make it happen. I tell this story a lot about my husband. During COVID, he was benched. All the journeyman iron workers were benched, right? And it was so hard because Taylor, I'm going to be right with you, I promise. And I'm going to pull from this deck. I'm going to shuffle it. It was so hard because we needed benefits. And as you guys know, most of you, I'm chronically ill and I needed the benefits. So I pushed and pushed for him to get this other job. And I didn't pay attention to the fine print and I didn't pay attention to anything. And it was a horrible company. And I swear to God, everything kept saying no, but I was like, no, we're going to make this happen. Keep hitting the light, you guys. So as soon as I pushed and made it happen, he got hurt within 90 days, super, super hurt, because I pushed a situation, made it happen when my guides were telling me not to. And I think about that all the time because every sign was telling me no. But my Aries moon was like, fuck you, yes. No no's for me, right? So trust the no's, trust the roadblocks. Taylor D. Ritual, self-devotion. Taylor D, it's time to put yourself first. I'm going to pull another card for you just because I want some more energy around it, Taylor, and you waited so patiently. The Page of Wands. Your fire's out right now. You were just not feeling super good about anything or super motivated. And I think, you've got to put yourself first. And that looks like doing things like saying no, or my plate is too full, or I can't do that today. And you know what's so important about that is that no is a complete sentence. You just do not need to do anything. You guys are so sweet. How the subscribing is going to work for the little $2.99 is it'll put you at the top of the list. So thank you, Miss Mary. But what it'll do is it'll put you to the top of the list so that every time you hop in for the month, you can go first. You are so welcome. All right, who is the next? I think I might have been skipped. Sharon M. Okay, Sharon, I'm going to read you right now then, because we never want anyone to feel like they've been skipped. So Sharon M, here we go. Sharon M, hot card for you. 4 of Swords. You are in a crossroads and you don't know what to do, right? You literally don't know what to do. So the answer is nothing. You are not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to sit and wait and watch the energy around the situation, but your job is to do absolutely nothing. And I think often we don't realize how important doing nothing is. We're always so quick to take action that we don't realize how much we can learn in stillness. Lisa F. Lisa F, this one is for you, Lisa F. 5 of Wands. We have another conflict situation. This one is, Mary, I will get you a card because you subscribed. Give me 1 second. This is another situation where we have perpetual conflict, though it seems to be newer, right? And you keep thinking you can work through this or you get to see eye to eye. I don't think so. I think this is sort of a karmic situation where it's teaching you a lesson about like what you can put up with and what you want in your life. And what you need in your life is not someone who's always telling you that they don't understand you. We deserve to feel understood. And if someone can't understand us, they're not an energetic match. It's like a magnet, right? When things are meant for us, they just come right in. When things aren't meant for us, they repel, and they repel in the human way. They repel in conflict, miscommunication, not understanding. It means it's not an energetic fix. So think of yourself as a magnet. Remember, you just want the things that pull in for you. Miss Mary, because she subscribed, is going to get 2 cards. So I guess we'll give 2 cards to the subscribers and you'll go to the top of the list. How about that? So Miss Mary, let's see what we have here. Okay, I just did the 5 of Wands, so I must not have shuffled this. I'm going to shuffle this again. Sorry about that. I don't want to do... Okay, Miss Mary, we are going to do 2 cards. We have the 7 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So the 7 of Cups means... there's a lot of options and you don't know which one's right, but you sort of feel like you have everything in the world. You have every choice you could make. But this is like your reminder that if you make the wrong choice, what you're going to get is not the situation you want. So you really want to dig down and figure out what's best for you. Don't take a choice, don't feel like, listen, we don't have all the choices in the world, but we want to make informed decisions and make the right choice that agrees with our soul. So we talk about that a lot. This comes up a lot in your readings. Really try to figure out what your calling is, what you're feeling, because it's going to come. You just need to know what it is so it knows how to connect. Keep tapping that screen for the moderators. Am I in the queue? Yes, you are definitely in the queue. Oh, there's another Stacy L. Hi, other Stacy L. Caitlin F. Let me do this for you. Caitlin F. So Mary, as a subscriber, anytime you hop on, you will immediately get a card so you don't have to sit here. Caitlin S, we have the 5 of Swords. This one, if you look at this picture, the 5 of Swords is about kind of putting your sword down and walking away, right? It's about letting the things that are controlling your mind go. If you're ruminating about a situation over and over and over and over again, right, which I think you are, this is telling you you've got to put it down. You've got to rewrite the way this is playing in your head. We have to work on how to make you see the situation from a different way so that it has more clarity. It seems to be something that's going on over and over again, sort of, and you can't quite let it go. So that's a mindset reframe. If you're not following me, follow me. I really do work on mindset and cognitive behavioral therapy so that things don't feel so personal and so heavy, right? We definitely need to put the sword down, right? Let it go, walk away from whatever it is that's burdening you, because you're trapping yourself. So again, make an appointment with me if you want to. I'd love to work with you one-on-one. I have like 15-minute appointments, so you can see if you even vibe with me, that are very affordable. But I would like to figure out what's going on in that regard, because I think you're holding yourself hostage, and nobody should hold themselves hostage, right? Okay, Kimberly F. Kimberly F. The world, but upside down. So there's something that's holding you back from kind of leveling up, right? Like you're trying really hard to up your everything game, right? You're in your spiritual awakening, you're trying really hard to level up, you're trying really hard to figure it out, but you're stuck. And I think you're stuck because you need like some hand holding. I have a 2-week subscription program that does every month. There's new shadow work prompts. I tell people the reason I know that I've manifested everything I want is because I know what I want. I had to do a lot of shadow work to figure out who I was, not who I was programmed to be or who I thought I was supposed to be. I had to do a lot to figure out like, what does my soul want? I was very lost for a long time, And I had to find myself. And that's why I created the free subscription program on my website. It's in my bio, so that you can find yourself. That's what those questions are for. They're not to hurt you or make life harder. They're for you to understand what makes your soul scream, right? I think you need some of that. So go check out, there's free shadow work links, and then the subscription every month is updated. Okay, do me a favor, keep tapping that screen. We're gonna do about 7 more minutes. Dorothy Art. Dorothy is my grandmother's name. Early in my TikTok life, I used to do the vintage birthday book. That was my grandma Dorothy's. All right, Dorothy, this is for you. We have the 4 of Cups reversed. Often when I see the 4 of Cups reversed, it means the foundation of a relationship is being challenged. That who you thought was maybe your forever person is suddenly not feeling forever. Sometimes when the 4 of Cups is reversed, we're having difficult relationships with our children, something like that. It's something that we love, right? That makes us feel full. Right now, there's something going on with someone in your relationship that isn't filling your cup. It's emptying your cup, and you don't know what to do. And you're giving more and more of yourself to make them try to give you more, but they're just taking more. So I'm going to tell you, match that energy. If you're feeling like you're being pushed back, or, you don't feel like you're getting what you give, stop giving so much, right? Definitely stop giving so much. And that is another thing. As women, we are programmed to just give and give and give and give of ourselves till there's nothing left. And right now with you, I feel like there's not a lot left, right? Stop giving to people who don't care, right? Or who don't appreciate it. And that's the other thing. You take away what you're giving, people care really, really fast. It's when they take you for granted. Okay, Dinah C. Let me tell you, I used to, when my kids were young, they'll tell you all the time, if they were total dicks, I'd be like, I'm on strike, so you guys can go, make your life work. You want to go somewhere, you need to get to baseball practice, you need to get to cheer, you can figure out how to get there. Like, you guys want to be crappy and make me feel like shit, then that's cool, I'm taking it back. We have another world upside down for Dinah. So this is interesting. And when we see the world upside down, it's us feeling lost, kind of buried alive. Like we just don't know which way's up. We know, I feel like when we see the world reversed, we're kind of in the dark night of the soul, right? Where nothing feels like it's vibing anymore. And we feel kind of lost, and we don't know who we are. And we work so hard to be who everyone told us to be. We don't know how to be us. We don't know how to connect, right? Especially as women, we are just told constantly to be a good little daughter, a good little wife, a good little mom, a good little, right? This is your chance. This is your call to do some things that make you feel good. And if you don't know what that is, you don't know what you need, you feel disconnected, that's what those journal prompts are for. And that's why they're free. And that's why they're in my bio. Kirsten, is this Kristen or Kirsten B? Is this Kirsten Burris? If it's Kirsten B, please say, hi, it's Kirsten B. She knows that I would make my kids do things. Okay, so here we go. Kirsten B, I'm gonna shuffle this one time for you. Here we go. Oh, so stressed. Okay, let's see. Kirsten B. We have the Emperor. So this is your big daddy energy. Sometimes this is a boss. Usually it's a husband, it's a father. Something's being called in, this really masculine energy. I also love when the Emperor energy comes in, and this is how I'm feeling this. You're really finding yourself. You know what you want. You know how to set the boundaries you need. You're not being pushed around. You're running your life like you're in charge of it. This is the energy that so many of us women need to pull in, right? Like, no, listen, what I say goes. This is like the end of Barbie, right? She becomes a boss bitch. Like, that's what this is about. So the Emperor energy is really, really good. Sometimes it gets called in as a person, but around you, I think it's an energy where you really are navigating your life in a way that you love, maybe for the first time ever, which is really great. Sarah A, we're going to go into a different deck. It's fun working with 3 decks. Sarah A, let's see what we have for Sarah A. Sarah A. I am the light of my soul, third eye chakra. You are extraordinarily intuitive. This is a call that you are very gifted, and lean into your gifts. If you're having trouble, navigating the difference between intuition and anxiety, again, that is what shadow works for. Shadow work really helps our intuition just beam. Everybody, any psychic will tell you the way to get here is shadow work. You are so intuitive. You just need to work through it. So check out all my links. I have a tarot class guide. You'd be great at tarot and ribbons. Like, you are definitely, that is what you're called for. If you think you've been skipped, please let us know. We have a couple more minutes. I probably have time to do 3 or 4 more readings. Let's see who is next on the list. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much for being here. I don't think anyone asked for a specific question. I didn't get any. If you did, please tell me that you Cash Apped or Venmo'd me so that I can be sure to do it before we get off. Neck S. Page of Pentacles reversed. I think maybe you applied for a job or a position and you haven't heard back. I don't think it's an energetic fit. There's something going on around money where you haven't heard back, right? Someone's not getting back to you. Usually this is about a job, something like that, or maybe a house. Sometimes it's about a house. You made an offer on a house and you haven't heard back, or you're not going to get it. This isn't the fit, this one. This time isn't it. Keep trying. Can I tell you, I just moved and I have my most dream house. I made 7 offers. And I was devastated. About a week before I got this house, I was like, there is no house for us. It's never going to happen. I don't know why I thought we could do this. And I did get the right house, right? It was my guide saying, that isn't your house. Like, trust me, that's not your house. And thank God, right? Or jobs. I talked about jobs earlier. Trust if it's not working out that it's not an energetic fit and the right thing will come. Jen, you believe you were skipped? Okay, here we go. Jen, this one's for you. Jen, too many spamming their names. It's okay. We're just finishing up now. It's okay. Let them spam. We're going to do Jen, and then you can give me, and then I'll do Evelyn. Jen, this one's for you. Jen, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. It's another situation where you're giving to everybody, Jen, and you're not getting anything back. You need to figure out what you need, because this isn't working. You can't keep taking care of everyone and not having anyone take care of you. Evelyn, was Evelyn the next one? Can you confirm that for me? Sorry, take a sip really fast. Evelyn B. I'm gonna go from this one. Evelyn B. Oh, orange screaming. Soul lessons, surrender. So I think, Evelyn, you're fighting against something that you're not going to win, right? This is another situation where, like, you so badly want them to hear you. They can't hear you. Let go. Let them go. That's the magic, right? In these rituals and this healing is learning how to let go of people who aren't really holding you in the way you need to be held. Let go of things that aren't supporting you the way you need to be supported, whatever that is. And letting go doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't need to be dramatic. It just means, like, this is not serving me, right? And so that's what so much of the subscription is about, is learning, like, attachment styles, right? So that you don't have to hold on so hard to things. It's like the puppy, right? When you have a puppy and the kid is holding on so tight to the puppy and it's squirming and it's trying to get loose, but if you let go of the puppy, it'll keep coming to you. Right? It's the squeezing and holding on to it makes it want to leave, right? It's time for you to let go and surrender. Okay, who is next? We're going to do one more, and then we will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be here Monday through Friday. I have a couple appointments this week, so this week may be sketchy a little bit, but we'll be here. Hi, Sherry. This one's for Sherry. I have the 10 of Pentacles. This is the it's all coming true kind of card. This is the work is right, the home is right, everything is right card. That was a great way to end. The 10 of Pentacles is, oh, of course I'll read the mods. Of course I'll read the mods. The 10s of Pentacles means all coming true. Okay, mods, let's go. We will start with Miss Michelle. I have the 6 of Pentacles reversed. 6 of Pentacles is actually a lot about inner child stuff. So there's probably something going on where, you know, I know your son is getting older and the time goes so fast and you're like, where has all this time gone? I think that you're just feeling a little nostalgic and like life is just moving way faster than you thought it would. And Miss K, you guys are the only 2 mods on here right now, right? Miss K, this one's for you, Miss K. Here we go. Miss K, 9 of Wands, upside down. So you feel like you're working your ass off and it's not connecting. And I get that. You know, I get that. It's just not time, but it will be, right? When this is in reverse, it means get ready, because when it happens, you're not going to be ready for how crazy it is. So it's going to happen. It's all happening, just not right exactly in the time that your mind thinks it should. All right, you guys. Big hugs. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check out my bio. Make sure you're following me on Instagram for the deck giveaways. That's going to be super fun. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye.